And our top story tonight, a second confirmed case of a new and potentially more contagious COVID-19 strain in the U.S. And now health officials warn that there are likely more cases here. This, as America reports, a new record high of daily coronavirus deaths.
The news on the new COVID-19 mutation comes just 24 hours after Colorado's governor announced the country's first known case of the variant. Today, California Governor Gavin Newsom confirming health officials have discovered the strain in the southern part of that state as well.
This is an indication that the new strain of the virus has made its way to the U.S. after first being detected in the U.K. Health officials say that they have found no evidence that the mutation is more severe, but of course it is early. NewsNation anchor Rutabe Shabazi joins us now with the very latest. Rutabe.
Yeah, and guys, these cases have triggered a host of questions about how the mutant version circulating in England arrived in the U.S. and whether it's too late to stop it now, with top experts saying it's probably already spreading elsewhere in the United States.
Colorado, the first state to report the new coronavirus strain that spread quickly in the United Kingdom.
There's a lot we don't know about this variant.
And today, the state laboratory reported that the man who tested positive is National Guard personnel working at an assisted living facility. The governor held a press briefing today.
And now, to be clear, that doesn't mean that Colorado is the first state that has people with the variant. In fact, it's very likely exists in many states, particularly the states that have more interaction with the United Kingdom in the New England and Mid-Atlantic area.
There's also a second possible variant case in the same county, another National Guard member working at the same assisted living facility. That person didn't arrive at the facility until December 23rd. Both patients are now isolating, and contact tracing is underway to determine who else may be exposed.
That this new variant, this new strain that we've identified, obviously from the United Kingdom, some other parts of the globe, identified in Colorado yesterday, has been identified here in the state of California, in Southern California.
And another case of the new strain also confirmed in San Diego, a 30-year-old man with no travel history. California Governor Gavin Newsom also held a press briefing today with the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, who said this was expected. The U.S. does far less genetic sequencing of virus samples to discover variants than other developed nations.
I'm not surprised that you have a case and likely more cases in California, and we likely will be seeing reports from other states.
The variant is believed to be more contagious than previously identified strains. However, it is thought that the currently approved vaccines will be effective against it. Scientists say the same steps should be taken to protect yourself and others, wearing a mask, remaining socially distant, and washing hands. The silver lining:
no indication at all that it increases the virulence, and by virulence I mean the ability to make you sick or kill you. It doesn't seem to make it more strong in that regard. In addition, it doesn't seem to evade the protection that's afforded by the antibodies that are induced by vaccines.
And another interesting thing Dr. Fauci noted today, people who have already been infected don't seem to be reinfected, meaning if you've already had one strain of the virus, you appear to be protected against this new second strain, at least temporarily.